Yeah, exactly, and the seasonality of that is really important. So rather than forcing a plant in a glass house, for example, obviously we grow stuff initially under glass or under the cover to get it growing, but to keep it off the frost, away from frost. But in terms of forcing the plant from then onwards to be flowering earlier, because that's when people want to see it looking like that, or even importing them so they're kind of ready to go straight away. We think, well, we say to people, okay, well, if you want to buy such and such, it's ready at that time of the year. If you want to buy this that time of year. So getting people used to the fact that every month there's something they can buy from us that is seasonally ready. And by that point, the plant is stockier, healthy. They plant it out and it can go straight out because it's been acclimatised. It's right for the environment that it's in. And the plant tends to be better long term then. And as you said, in terms of pest and disease, it tends to be a lot tougher than it might have been if it's been grown indoors and then put straight outside, or it's been moved around and things like that. So it's about trying to sort of similar what businesses are trying to do with food. Trying to get people to understand the different times of the year when you buy things.
And so, from the business perspective, lots of people, I think, historically have set up businesses with quite good intentions, and then maybe the first time they struggle with meeting the rent, or sometimes it's hard to keep your values when you've got financial constraints or demands on you. So do you think it's fair to say it is possible to run an ethical business and make a profit?
I do. I think I think there's a particular, it depends how you run the business, I think, because we've had a very particular attitude towards business, that in the sense that obviously we need to cover our costs running the business. We want to make a profit. We want to be able to pay ourselves. We've got members of staff and all the other things that's usual for businesses. But we've always kind of thought more outside the box and thought more than just pure finance about how many X pence we can save on this and this and this, and whether actually doing the right thing and actually really, really being strong about the values to customers. And what we find is that customers respect that, and they want to support us for that. And also because it's a slightly unusual, different way of doing it, people then tell other people and say, these guys are doing this, it's really different, really good. They're really passionate about what they do. And we probably have a section of the market, in the sense there will be customers that won't come to us because they want more traditional garden centre or looking for weed killers or whatever they might be looking for. But I think that's fine, because I think there is enough people out there to run a business. And when we're growing slowly, we haven't pushed ourselves to grow kind of ridiculously fast, and I think that would be challenging. We'd have times then, I think, where it would be financially difficult, because sometimes, particularly, as I said, with the seasonality of what we're trying to do, it just wouldn't work being too quick. So we'll just let the business develop really slowly and make sure that it's the right thing to do. So it is possible. I think you just got a really good sort of attitude towards it, rather than purely about raking in as much money as you want, as you can, rather than and trying to balance that.
Yeah. Well, I think that's really heartening to hear. I think a lot of people will be pleased to know that it is possible to have a profitable business and not to sell your soul.
No, exactly. I do generally think that is the case.
Yeah. Brilliant. So a huge thank you to Chris for his time. I hope you enjoyed that interview. I did it. I really enjoyed speaking to Chris, and I'd kind of like to throw down the gauntlet, I suppose, to other nurseries who might be listening, just to say that it is possible. It is possible to ditch the chemicals. It's possible to ditch the plastics. It's possible to stop buying in plants from overseas and to grow your own. And yes, I realise that if you're a big nursery, it's going to take a lot of time to adapt and to change, but it is possible. We need to start getting this nursery infrastructure here in the UK. We need to start having independent nurseries, smaller ones, more dotted about. And I hope if you're thinking of going into business in horticulture or in any sort of business, I just think it's very encouraging to hear that it's possible to, keep yourself earning money, making a profit without throwing away your values. So I really enjoyed this episode. I hope you did too, and I'll catch you next Tuesday.